Welcome, welcome. Chat is good to go. Let's look at these new cards. I don't think I can get any of them. So we might just be running with the same cards as yesterday. Last week, I should say. Not bad. Suarez card. Interesting. I usually like Andrew Chafin cards. Doesn't throw very hard, though. Some of these guys are just randomly 97. Crazy Randall Richard card. I would consider DHing that card, not going to lie. DeVries is 100K, but we're sitting on 400. There's a George Brett card. He's also 100K. He's a chase pack. He just doesn't have any power against left. What's up, Egg? Well. How you doing, sir? It's a Savali card. He's had a good season. What up, MSK? Good to see you, man. Oh, he is a White Sox card. That's pretty cool. Because does this count as July? Didn't he get traded? Wait, who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of, what's his name? I always get confused between the two of them. Who's the guy that the White Sox picked up after the season started? Shoot. What's up, Palpitey? What's going on? Who's the name of the guy that got traded? White Sox trades. Adrian Hauser. I always get confused between him and Aaron Savali. Okay. Well, this guy can go on the White Sox theme team, so that's cool. Been a while. Doing good. Just playing a little ranked here and there. Otherwise, a big chillin'. What about you? This card is 28K. I'm not doing a White Sox team build right now, but I might just grab the card just to have it. And let me do a really quick look at the White Sox team, and right after that, I might buy one or two more cards because I do have stubs sitting around. So if any good cards that I want to get, I can throw in the... Card is 6,500. I'm going to buy him back because I sold him at like peak price. And I was hitting like 070 with this card. 050 by the time I was done with it. And I'll just grab this Savali card, I think. Cool. And then Ubaldo, do you get this card in where do you get this card? I might buy the Ubaldo Jimenez card. I think I have this Corey Kluber. Yeah, I have one of him. Is the Savali card usable and ranked? Maybe I just put him in my rotation. Another day in Flavortown. What up, Greg? How are we doing today? There's not like a whole lot of cards at the top here that have come out since last week. So we might be running like kind of a similar team to last week. Cool, pop of a bell. Yep, the team might look very similar. I did pick up the Savali card. He's in my squad, so I think I'm just going to put him in the rotation. I might as well. This guy had like a pretty okay game. Eight innings pitched for this guy. But we'll go ahead with Savali, I think. Bullpen's going to stay about the same. So let's do it. Let me just double check if there's any supercharged cards I want to use. Got Live Series Altuve. They only gave him a little extra defense. So he still has just like 60 defense in left field. Not ideal. Profar, I think, was because of that catch, right? So they gave him a lot of defense, a little bit of speed. So you could play him at first base, but Isaac Collins, 79 fielding, and around 100 on the hitting stats. Moonshot event could not have returned at a better time. Are there rewards for this event for the first time all year? That's the question. Let's see what the event looks like. All-Star locked in Coors Field. Just play out the multiplayer program. So the Edgar Martinez was in here. Okay. Has this cool Papa Bell. Alak. Do I want to play that? I don't think I do, to be honest. Moonshot was fun once upon a time. I don't know how much I'm still into it. Griffin Jacks had a pretty good gold live series for a while, and I still couldn't pitch with that card, so I'm not even gonna bother. Cedric Mullins looked reasonable. If you could throw him in left field, he wouldn't be horrible. But like his hitting is so good, and this might be the best hitting Cedric Mullins we've seen. One event rewards back. I'm sure they will come back in a year or two. Well, I think there's two options. I think they completely change up how multiplayer modes work. And it would be kind of annoying if they subtract rather than add, which is kind of seems like what they're doing. They're kind of absorbing everything into one. It sounds like they might even want to get rid of one of those modes eventually. Volpe with bad defense and good hitting. What is that about? So it'd be kind of annoying if they subtract. But I think the other possibility is that they're just waiting to give ranked a big year for itself this year, with a lot of players gone from old generation consoles, and Game Pass no longer has the game. So I think those are two big things, which is why they want to push people into ranked this year. But I really should warm up. All right, we're just jumping into it, I guess. It's okay. So there's a chance that it comes back next year after they kind of get a gauge of like how much people are playing and all that. Just got done selling posters. Nice. Which ones did you sell today? Superman? I forgot I do have Jaron Duran in this lineup. Papa Daddy 12. That team looks pretty good, and I think everybody except maybe Griffey was a switch hitter. And we're playing in Coors Field anyway, so this might as well be a Moonshot game. 2 to 3 months before a movie releases. Oh, dang. I thought you were getting movie posters that are, like, on their way out. Hamilton, Tron Era, Zootopia 2. Why did I think Zootopia came out already?
Outside, that's a ball.
40 out of 200 hits. $49 out of 200. Multiplayer 200 and Moonshot have 85 and 154. Ah, that's true. That's a big plus. That's a big plus. Posters to advertise movies before they come out. Yeah, that makes sense. I just thought like because you had them, right? I thought they gave them to you because like they don't need the poster, you know, like when you're walking down the sidewalk and they've got them posters like hanging on the outside. I thought it was like, okay, this movie's not playing anymore, so we don't need this poster anymore. So we'll give it to you, and then you sell them. But they're doing it like intentionally for advertising, huh? To get it into your hands specifically. Don't know how I stayed alive on that, but we'll take it. Doesn't have any marquees, so we just take them immediately. Ah, okay. And Rod Carew with a battling at bat dribbles one through the middle to lead it off. Supposed to be displayed, but we don't. Gotcha. Are you seeing any of the Studio Ghibli? What's it called? Studio Ghibli Fest movies? I don't think there was anything on the list that we would want to go see right now. Is that gonna get over his head? No. 6-foot posters meant for bus shelters. Oh, okay. That's cool. Watch them all, but they are really nice to see in theaters, I bet. We did get to see Superman last weekend.
Hey! No balls, 2 strikes. Hey!
Ooh, whiffed it. Rod Carew would have fouled that off. That was in the yellow. Willie Adames grounds out. Gravy the Fireflies, it's the saddest movie I've ever seen. I think I saw that, and I think that's what my wife said too, is that she has been putting off watching that, and that's why we're not going to watch them. I think Spirited Away is coming up soon. Howl's Castle. And I think Ponyo's next week. Ooh, almost messed that one up. Caught way too much plate. Won Oscar for Best Animated Feature? Dang. I have seen Spirited Away, but that was, I think, 20 years ago. How am I going to get 160 online hits in such a short amount of time? Oh, that's how. How much time do you have to do it? It's so funny. Like, the 2 games I'm playing these days is MLB and Overwatch. And every time I get on one of the games, I have to, like, go into the programs or the battle pass or whatever and just see, like, how much time is left of this. Because I never know if it's going to be, like, you have 3 days left to finish this. Or, like, 45 days. Like, we're halfway through. I have, like, no concept of where I'm at in either of them. And that one's going to be a hit, apparently. Weekend Classic is less than 10 days. So this would be a brand new season. I think last week was the new season, right? Wait, does the Weekend Classic follow the seasons of like the XP path? Because what they were saying, the reason why they didn't do it every week was because, like, people were getting, like, double rewards and stuff, right? But I can't remember, like, based off of what time period. Kurtz, 98 off the bat. Gone, okay. It just felt a little funky off the bat, but... And then 98 with really good launch angle, so it had a chance in this park at least. This one's also 98, but the launch angle is a little higher. I think we're going to come up a little short. Greetings, Cavacom. How are you doing, sir? Happy Wednesday to you.
Ball. Ball 1, no strikes. Nope, outside.
Are you trying to use those cards, Greg? Because it's what? Cool Papa Bell and Edgar Martinez. That Martinez card looks pretty good depending on where you're trying to play him. But I feel like there's a lot of competitive cards with him. And I feel like historically he hasn't had a great swing. And then Cool Papa Bell looked like he didn't have very good ratings. Like, he might be a really nice bench bat, but even like pitching and hitting, it didn't seem like he stood out in too much. Almost 800 hours. What were you at last week? Like 750? Grinding this thing full time, huh?
That's inside.
Completionist who tries to finish every program. That makes sense. But I was trying to gauge if there was an incentive to finishing it faster. Yeah, nice. What I like to see. And in that time, I've put in 0 hours. So literally not touched the game since last time you saw me. I've put in probably 12 minutes or however long I've been streaming. Ted Simmons kind of has a Reggie Jackson swing. Or stance. See if they just swing at everything in the dirt. Cool. Not really, unless you count freeing up time to play other games. Interesting concept. Honestly, I would say yeah. Because, like, so much of this game, I feel like they've been prioritizing how fast you can get something. Like, that's like a topic of interest they bring up during the streams. Like, oh, like, this is a card that you can get in 1.5 hours of playing. And they've been saying that a lot. So,
2 strikes.
yeah, I mean, when you're playing No Money Spent, time is a currency. When you got other games to play, I would say yeah. I would say yeah, it counts. David Justice has been in the news lately. He was on the Matt Barnes podcast after being a hero for us last week during the rank stream. Can't tell if this is Hoff or All-Star. I think Clay Buchholz doesn't throw like super hard. But the PCI still looks big. Like the outside PCI still looks big to me. The inner one doesn't look very big. This game is on Hoff. I can't remember if I'm over 700. I thought I was like 690 or something, but could be wrong. What you working on this week, Capcom? Ball stays up. You have 20 finest vouchers. Dang. It'll be kind of funny if they just like one day they're like, oh, okay, you can sell your finest vouchers if you want. That'd be kind of funny. I mean, it would be nice for you to be able to sell those. Not that they would.
Ball 1.
Change has been getting me. 77 miles an hour. Happened last time, too. There's one guy who just threw pretty nice change-ups most of the game. That wasn't scoring. There was once upon a time where, like, change-ups, you couldn't really throw them in the zone because you'd still, like, even if you were looking fastball, you could still easily foul them off. I feel like they've changed the contact window or something to make changes more effective, as it should be. There's certain things of the game that were like, that I still think are like too easy. Too easy to just like, well, it's not a hot take or anything. Like, everybody's been complaining about foul balls for a while, but it just seems like there's a lot of ways to kind of have bad plays be worthwhile. And they just didn't need to be. No matter what difficulty you're on. There's a time when no matter how hard you had to change up, it wouldn't be a homer because of the speed off the bat. Really? I do remember where there was a time where people would say, obviously you're right that like the speed in does affect the speed out, but there was a time where people were saying like, how could the ball not go, you get like negative exit velocity. You remember that? People would be like, oh, it's 99-mile-an-hour pitch. How is it leaving the bat at 89 miles an hour? That's not how physics works. Yo, Lumpy Oatmeal with the raid. What's going on, man? Appreciate that. You get a shout out for a Lumpy Oatmeal. I'd appreciate it.
All ones the count.
Not literally, but that was the meta. Yeah. I remember splitters for sure. Splitters, you could like...
Balls, 2 strikes.
Splitters in like 2018, I want to say, had like a broken... I don't remember what it was. Like you couldn't physically green zone a splitter. Something really weird. Thank you, Matt. Playing some Black Ops 6, eh? 3 perfect hits beat 3 outs on 3 pitches. Oh my god. I hope that wasn't online.
0-1. Ball 1.
Nicholas Kurtz with the only run of the game so far. Hope you had a good stream, Lumpy. We're playing some rank today.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh man. Finally kind of stayed on a changeup.
That's ball 2.
Did that to me earlier. Froze me for strike 3. And I like throwing that pitch. I think it's a smart pitch. Don't play online, but it's still annoying. Yeah.
3-2.
It's funny because I think someone else posted that. Might have been Pard. I think posted something similar. 3 perfect outs in an inning at least. Potentially on 3 straight pitches. Which is when it starts to feel like it's not just a coincidence. It's like part of the game, which is like really silly. 18 splitter meta is what I'm saying. Don't put that evil on me. And Immortals. I could get behind Immortals. Just don't do like the whole exchange thing and whatever souvenirs nonsense that was. But I could get behind the Immortals grind, I think. The biggest problem with Immortals grind was that we didn't have more than 1 squad. So it'd be a pain if you wanted to play ranked and go back and forth. But I think that would have been the biggest difference. I could be down. I could be convinced. You didn't like that? It's how I had unlimited stubs in that game. I cheesed the system. Yeah, I mean, what did you do? Like flip cards for the flip the souvenirs to get unlimited stub glitch? My problem is that I didn't want to flip cards either. So, but that's just a me thing. But no, the real annoying thing about that map was like trying to physically exchange them. You'd have to sit there for like 45 minutes. And like manually try to like exchange these cards. I don't remember exactly how it went, but it was something along those lines. Billy Wagner and Goose Gossage grind wasn't annoying enough to make it more annoying. Okay, that part, the pitchers were a different story for sure. That was funny though, because you would have to like, you would get into like a long, what would you have to do? Because it was hard to get the 3-inning save unless you were in... you have to get the lead in a conquest game and then just bunt out for a while. That was not going off the wall. I'm not sure what happened there. Is Griffey getting bad animations? Are we throwing back to MLB 19? That was a little funky. But yeah, there were some funky things. Like people didn't know how to like get a hold or a save and stuff like that. Those were fun times. Caps from exchange and others would sell for a lot. Exchange for another pack, or you could buy the cheap caps for exchange. So you had unlimited money at all the times. Dang. I wish I knew you at the time. 200 innings with Babe Ruth when you couldn't pick your pitcher. Oh, that's what it was. You would have to go on rookie. That's why you would have to play like full games. Yeah. You'd have to go play on rookie. And then bring your pitcher in to like substitute at some position and then like move them into the pitcher spot. Because you couldn't pick your pitcher, and you also couldn't take them out of the bullpen. You would just have to like insert them into the lineup and then move them. So they'd have a 0 energy for anybody who didn't play in MLB 18. They'd have a 0 energy when they come in. And you just have to pitch like 9 innings with 0 energy.
Foul! That ball's foul!
Yeah. Never went after any of the pitchers. Fair play. Well, we got to that ball. Could have easily been a home run right there. I wouldn't have been mad. He would have been mad, but I wouldn't have been mad. Started late in that year's game, just fun doing offline grind. Don't you remember playing it online?
Ball.
That year,
Ball, 2 strikes to count.
online, you basically couldn't hit a line drive. That was number 1. And Rod Carew still doing Rod Carew thing. You couldn't hit a line drive online. But the other thing was that they changed the PCI sensitivity in the middle of the year. And so your PCI would like go too far if you smashed it. And the other main thing about it was that if you swung like just late, your PCI would drop a little bit. So even if you square up a ball, but then you swing just late, so you're like trying to take the ball the other way, it would drop your PCI, so you just get under the ball every time. On top of that, you know how like when you look at your swing feedback, you can see when you swing early, your green zone gets pushed towards the pitcher a little bit, and when you swing late, it goes back towards the plate or towards the catcher. That didn't happen either. So, or at least it happened much less. I don't remember exactly, but it was like not very responsive with that. So even though it says just late, actually you were just late because you were trying to get the ball to get a little deeper in the zone. But because it was just late, you would drop your PCI, and so it would never make any sense. Yeah. Stand by the worst mission in MLB The Show history was 17. We had 4 home runs in 1 ranking with a Griffey rookie that had 60 power. Was it 4 home runs? Dang.
Ball 1.
Why did I think it was like...
Counts 1.
I thought it was like 2 home runs and like a triple, or like you hit for the cycle or something weird. Was it actually 4 home runs? But in any case, I do agree with you. I think most of the people who did that one had to like ask their opponent to help them out. Like both people had the Griffey in the lineup, so they're like, all right, we'll help each other out here. I do remember at least, oh my God, Rod Carew. I do remember at least once that someone dashboarded me out of it. Like I was like a single away from getting that mission done, and they dashboarded me. Or at least like they quit. I don't remember if they actually dashboarded on his at bat. So I think I actually like really tried to do it until that point. And then when someone quit out of the game where I would have had it, then I had to ask somebody. I was like, I'm not doing it again. A lot of messaging your opponent. Was it as bad as the year where everybody had the thing in their like event mission titles? Like 3 homers and I quit or whatever.
0-1.
Hit a homer with Bartolo Colon. But at least that card, like they gave you power on that card, right? An hour hitting perfects and not being enough. Dang. There you go, Griffey. Those were the days. Not really. I don't miss them at all.
1-0.
Willie Adamas gets in on the action. Nicholas Kurtz jammed the PCI, unfortunately. Has taken quite the route. All right, sure. Langoliers, he might be coming out pretty soon. We'll see. The A's got all the catchers though. It might be trading him for DeVries. This guy's just throwing fastballs down the pipe. I don't know. Maybe this guy wants to do missions too. Is there some kind of pitching mission going on? This guy's just throwing fastballs and then bunting on the first pitch.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Bunting on the third pitch too, apparently. Must be just trying to get like 8 at-bats with somebody. Or like 8 at-bats with his team. And quit out, probably. Because this did kind of look like a grind team.
Aye. Aye, 2.
Is this a... what's it called?
Aye.
One of the new jerseys for the Astros? 4 hits and 1 home run with a breakout Griffey, and he had like 60 power. 4 hits and a home run, yeah.
0-1.
Yes.
Aye. 0-2 is the count.
I remember playing on the TV at the time too. This guy's like, come on, man. Missed the fastball. Perfect, the curveball. What are we doing?
Aye.
Breakout Griffey had that trash standing straight up in the box stance. That was the silver Griffey, right? No, the silver Griffey was like a veteran or something. That card mashed. It was like 84, 80 power or something like that. I think it just couldn't hit lefties. And I think there was a... what was it? Like a gold rookie Griffey or something? That might have been for another year.
0-1.
Which had a little speed, and you had to steal bases with that card. Yeah, the Reds card was a beast. Yeah. I think there was like a bronze White Sox Griffey. I can't remember. Oh, the breakout Griffey was like 85 diamond, right? That's what that was. Something around there. That time, maybe the Griffey... were diamonds 90 at the time? Minimum 90? That might have been the first year of 85s. I'm not exactly like all over these fastballs, but at least I feel a little bit more comfortable than I have. Because I have not been hitting fastballs so far. Like the last month or so. That one's gone too. Mission for collecting 4 Griffies, but you only got the Ricky for pre-ordering in June. If you didn't pre-order, you'd use your tickets in the ticket shop. I forgot about that. 'Cause I must have pre-ordered that one. I don't know if I even realized at that point. All right. 7 runs. This person's clearly not playing, but I don't know what they're trying to do, like what mission they're trying to accomplish here. They probably have like 1,999 PXP and they just need like one more PXP. But I'm pretty sure you don't get any PXP unless you play out the whole game. But whatever it is, I feel like they probably could have done it in events, right? Ticket store was a great idea. I wish they would bring it back. There was a point where, like, when they brought in these XP, like XP paths, the ticket counter did get a little redundant with the XP path. But there was something, like, kind of cool about having that additional currency, especially when it's not tied to, like, US dollars. Like, it's one thing when you have additional currency that, like, you can only get from purchasing with real money. I'm not about that, but sometimes, like, different kinds of currency in different places can be fun. With the big asterisks. Are you enjoying 25, Lumpy? What are the vibes? Thought that left fielder had a chance at that one. The captain store. There was a captain store, and then I don't know if it was that same year, but there was one where it was like, I don't know. It was like David Ortiz, and you can get those tickets by, yeah, it might have been that year, where it was like you have to use all these slow players in order to unlock this path of tickets and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. I think it has been a little bit replaced by how Team Affinity works, but those kinds of things are cool. Have people been talking about how they feel about Team Affinity this year, by the way? So I feel like I remember hearing a little bit about people's opinions when they first revealed it, but not so much since then. But there's also been, like, very little going on in Team Affinity, I feel like. Which is probably the reason why it doesn't get brought up. Kind of like 25 didn't play for a while when 99 started to drop, got back into it. That's pretty much where I was at. I played a decent amount in the first month. Then kind of stopped. Now I've been back for, like, the last month. But even then, just playing, like, once or twice a week. You like Team Affinity this year? What do you like about it? Especially, like, compared to previous years. I think I like it. I do feel like they probably could have put more into it somehow. But I'm not 100% sure. Something to do for offline grind, fair. Should we get through 3 innings of their batting? No, as we're talking about Team Affinity, there you go. Is that the... Where does that CC come from? All right, well, 2 dubs in the books. We have 42 packs we're sitting on. Is it even fun to open packs at this part of the year? I feel like when I'm finished with it, I have nothing to grind. That makes sense. Live Series 85 plus. I'll open the live for the standard packs a little bit later. We'll just open the headliners for now. Team Affinity in 16, where they beat the Team Conquest, had to do like 900 innings in the Mariners, etc. That was a cool one. They had like different stages, and I think they were all open at one time. Can't remember exactly. I do remember like back then I didn't really do missions like that. Kind of like how I am now. On one level, I like didn't really understand the metas of like how to do those quickly. But I was also more concerned about just like playing online. Same with right now, like I don't have time to do missions pretty much. So that's where we're at. Has Shea Langoliers been doing anything for me? He's batting 300. That means he's gone up a little bit today. I'm going to give him one more chance. Arquette's also been dropping a little bit. We'll come take a look. We'll give him another game or two. Not going to mess with it while we're winning. Well, I guess you haven't played too many of the past few team affinities, right, Cavicom? Before MLB 25. You don't enjoy Diamond Quest? Is it the repetitiveness of like the missions and stuff? I don't like the kind of modes that are kind of all or nothing, and then if you lose, you're done. I don't like that kind of moves. Every 3 years, yeah, that makes sense. Kind of how I feel. I used to see a bunch of moments and look forward to it. Now I see a program has 10 moments and I roll my eyes. I will say the only kind of missions I will do are moments. I don't mind hopping in and playing some moments. But it is nice, like, these last couple games, I've got a bunch of packs just by playing the game. I'm not even looking for what missions to do, but I'm so behind on the missions that I just rack them up every time I play.
Ball.
So chill before they nerfed bunting? Ah, okay. So LB 22. That wasn't Showdown. Showdown was like 19. Man, that was a long time ago. Maybe 20. 20 was Showdown.
0-1's the count.
What was the grind meta in 22? I should be able to get a better percentage on rookie. Yeah, I don't know the minutia of how that part works, but
Nope, that's foul.
that part's not great either. Even when you do win, you don't know if you're going to get something good enough for it to have been worth it. Was 22 mini seasons? Was that when that came out? Uh-oh, the changeup's back. Well, forkball.
He's out.
Bunting has been my meta since like 19. I remember that. I remember like being in your stream and just watching you do these crazy drag bunts. It was actually insane. I was actually going to mention that when you came in today. I was like, oh, that might have been just like a one-time thing. But apparently not. Swallowed up by Perez. Forcing me to play Hall of Fame for a 66%. Yeah. I don't like that. Prestiging cards. Blood Diamonds for 22. Really? Was that? 22 is a weird time because it feels like a long time ago and also like really recent. I can't believe it's only been 3 years since Prestige. Really?
0-2.
No, 2020 was Prestige.
2 strikes.
20 had to be Prestige, right?
You're kidding me. Let's go. Come on.
Because I haven't played the game. I didn't play last year, 24. 23 I played for like a month. I know 23 had some mini seasons going on. I don't know if 22 came out with mini seasons. Maybe 21, maybe.
Hey. 0-1.
Interesting. Ball was High sinker away. Okay. At least Adamas has good ratings against lefties, I guess. Is this a good John Donaldson? Or is this the same one? The 90 overall or whatever.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
If 22 is Ohtani covered, I'm faded. Time flies. Yeah, right? Like, Ohtani seems like, I guess, not that long ago. Like, Ohtani to me kind of feels like last year's game, which it obviously wasn't, but that's how recent it feels to me. Yeah, this is 90 Donaldson. I feel like Diamond Quest had so much hype at the beginning of the year. I don't know if other people feel the same way, like content creators, whatever, and other grinders. But I know people were enjoying it to start the year. And then I was kind of off Twitter before seeing if that changed.
Leading off for Seattle, the left fielder, Williams.
Like, who was that?
Got him.
Who was even on the cover? We had it.
The first baseman,
Diamond Quest is tedious. I can see that. One of the worst parts about Conquest, in my opinion, is having to get every single square. And then they kind of did that in Diamond Quest 2. Not that you have to get every single square in Diamond Quest, but it feels like you leave free stuff on the table if you don't. Oh, Jazz. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Who else do we have? Tatis.
1 and 1. Let's go.
Tatis, Jazz. No way he dropped that.
On the tag, you're out.
Cubs, Javi Baez. That was at least a little while ago, I think.
Griffey Jr.
You can play GOAT. DQ is a Conquest map.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Interesting way to put it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I think I've played Diamond Quest seriously, like an actual a run, one time, which was like opening night. I already knew I didn't like that kind of mode. Might have to make a play at home. Oh, Perez makes that play though. All right, and Baez is MLB 20. Okay. Yo, what up, Angel? How you doing, man? Yeah, the first day of playing the game, I knew I wasn't gonna like Diamond Quest, but anyway, I made a run. I won my first game on GOAT and had to go to like extra innings or something.
Ball 1.
And I was like, okay, I can do this. And then in this, like right before the final matchup, I got like a negative penalty, like contact or something, or power. And so then I went to my last game, played on Hall of Fame, and lost. So I think that whole like 2 hours of playing Diamond Quest was down the drain.
Did he go?
Good, nice, nice. What you up to? Really wanted to like Diamond Quest. Do you think it has the bones of something that could be fun if they tweak percentages and things here and there? Get up the middle for me, please. Safe. Needed every little bit of his speed there. Working as usual. Gotcha. When you can still bunt, I played Diamond Quest over and over. New threads, you could finish like 45 minutes, make 40 to 50K every time. Dang. Where are you working at these days, Angel? I feel you, though. I was just saying, I don't get on this game except for like between streams, and sometimes like if I know I have a few cards that I want to get before I play on stream, then I'll get on. Otherwise, no time. Like this week, I think I've played video games for a total of 2 hours since last stream.
Nope, that's a ball.
I just hopped on Overwatch for a little bit.
Time out. That
I'll
ball
take
got
that.
him. First base.
Twist my knee into that pitch. With your dad at HVAC repair, where I teach.
Nope,
About to reach 1 full year of service? Nice. Is that what you want to do long term? Dude, that thing is like... That thing. That kind of thing is so good right now. David Justice, lefty, lefty. And that's in a spot where I usually drop the PCI and miss that pitch. Not really? Gotcha. Oh, at least it'll be good experience. Are you still in school right now, too?
Hurry up, batter. It's got to be a short game. Then I got to get home for lunch.
Yes, gotcha, gotcha. Ooh, bad jump from the shortstop. It was hit hard, but not hard enough that I think he couldn't have made that play. Underneath that one. That's that low and away spot for Griffey. I feel like he tanks that pitch a lot. He can hit home runs a lot. And I feel like he's pretty good at hitting that one the other way. I say he as if it's not me controlling the player, but I do think like certain players just hit certain pitches well. And it might be like the way his batting stance works with his swing, works with the way that I look at the strike zone. Maybe that's why I hit certain pitches well with certain guys, but I don't know. I feel like you just get rewarded more on certain pitches with certain guys.
0-2 is the count.
Hurry up, batter.
What up, Flatwoods? How you doing, man? Rank, somewhere around 750. 2-0 on the day after 2 quits. We are trying to make a World Series push here if we can win a couple more games in a row. What you be up to? You be stinky, sir. This team's been fun to play with. It's certainly not, I wouldn't call it a budget team, but it doesn't really include any, like, collection cards. Except for last month's, like, Griffey and Adamas, like, the Player of the Month stuff. Which, like, half of that you get for free just by doing the program. But I haven't really done any of the collections, like, All-Star Collection. I mean, really name any collection. I haven't done it, so. Despite that, you can get some pretty good cards on the market. You are good to go. There's the DeVries card, batting in the 9-hole, hitting a home run against a lefty where he has, I think, 90-something power. Flip cards trying to make stubs. Nice. You're working your way towards the collections. I've been torched by Kyle Schwarber cards, but mostly on pitches away. Ted is your favorite card other than Beltran. Well, at least the most expensive ones are working for you. I think you were saying last week, were you saying that the Griffey wasn't working for you? How about the Roland card? I heard a lot of people struggling with that card. I don't know, like, I don't think you really see it in people's lineups anymore. Just can't hit with them, yeah. Working on this Pete Alonso program. He looks pretty good. There's so many good first basemen now.
Ball 2.
It's more just a matter of, like, take your pick of who's your favorite swing. Ooh.
That's ball 4.
Just like that, the tying run is already on base. There's that Ted Williams card.
0-1's the count.
125, 100 against lefties.
Ball.
Quite hit or miss. He's tough to pull on inside pitches. That makes sense. All right, easy play to third.
He's out.
I heard he's kind of like a platoon card, basically. All right, Langoliers. You saw what DeVries can do. I might be picking him up
That's a ball.
by the end of this game. I could use a switch hitting catcher. I like Jason Varitek a lot. Play chipper at third base.
Ball 2.
Is there a 99 chipper right now? DeVries really nice? Seems like it. I didn't really get to use his previous card. Man, DeVries, that's exactly the pitch that DeVries homered onto. That's funny. Carlos Correa at third base. I kind of want that Correa. I do really like Correa cards. And this is probably, I think this is the best Correa we've ever gotten, right? Especially when you look at his defense and everything. Power against both sides. You got all the collections? Dang. But that's the problem. You know, I don't have the collections. I'm probably nowhere close to getting the new threads. Actually, I will take a look because I do like Correa so much. I am going to look at how much it would cost me to finish that collection. But I don't even have, like, Anthony Santander. And I think that collection is, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's a continuation of the Santander collection.
Ball 1, no strikes.
And I don't even have that card, so we're really behind the 8 ball on this one.
Yeah.
It's really good. First ever 99 is a third base primary. Oh. Is he playing third base primarily right now? Was he playing third base for the
One
Twins?
ball, 2 strikes.
They had Royce Lewis, but I feel like he was injured all the time. Don't have Joey Bats. I also really like that low diamond Joey Bats. So a lot of those cards, like, now I'm starting to feel the FOMO of not having the collections. I didn't mind too much on, like, that Roland card. Good swing. I didn't mind too much on the Ted Williams. Even though I do like hitting with Ted Williams, I feel like you kind of have to DH him. But now we're getting to some cards that I really wouldn't mind putting on my team. Was good, Z. That was interesting, though, like the whole third base primary thing for Carlos Correa, because when the Mets were trying to sign him, they were trying to sign him to play third base because Lindor was at short. And I thought that was really silly because he's like a decent hitter. I think the year that he was like getting his free agency, he was leading the league in wins above replacement. But you look at his offense and he's fine. He was a good hitting shortstop. But I feel like if you put him at third, like a lot of his value was coming from his defensive play at short.
Got him.
So you put him at third base and you play him like he would have been like the third top player, paid player that season or something like that. And he would have had a lot less value playing at third base. So I think the Mets got lucky about the whole, whatever it was, ankle situation. Jeremy Pena. Okay, so it's just third base after he moved back to the Astros. Makes sense. Person has locked in on a couple of inside pitches. Two really good swings. I think one was a sinker, maybe. Second one was definitely just a fastball inside. An entire pizza folded in half like a taco. Oh my god. I wish I was young again so I could do that. Now, if I were to say that, I would say I'm eating a whole slice of pizza folded in half like a taco. My whole pizza days are over, unfortunately. Not too long ago, though, when we did, shoot, what was it called? Dude Eats Food. The Dude Eats Food event. And I think I had a whole pizza that day.
0-1.
I would love to break this one open. Instead, I'm just breaking my bat. I'm going to have to take some pictures next inning. And you know how much I hate that. What did I throw? 6? Yeah, it was a sinker low and in.
Ball, that's out.
Donaldson's a cheat code. Yeah, even this 90 overall. I feel like I did okay with him in
That's a ball.
when he first came out, but never a bad card.
2 balls, 1 strike.
There you go.
2.
Do I attempt the sinker again in the same spot? I don't think so.
3 and 2.
I think they swung at that pitch.
That's out. Ball 4.
Leadoff man is on for the top of the order. Never like to see that. I want to throw like sinker away, but like I was saying,
Counts 1 and
those
0.
low and away pitches, that's where I've been getting crushed by Schwarber cards.
Let's go, Kyle.
That one's just kind of floating there.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Scooble with runners on, not fun to pitch with.
Let's go, Schwartz.
He just lets that thing fly.
That's ball 3.
Okay, we'll take that. And
3 and 2.
maybe another changeup. Yeah. Same pitch that he took earlier. This is 99 Korea. Yeah, 110, 105. And he's got 71 speed with 94 fielding. Good arm all the way around. Good card. Hoping Verlander would be good. His pars are huge. That's tough. Not a great pitch mix either, right? I think they gave him, what, a cutter or something? Or a sinker?
1-0.
I guess an R1 pitch.
He's safe.
Raleigh hit a home run last time. This is Carlos Beltran. Oh no. You see that? Like, I don't know if it happened on the catcher. I wasn't super locked in, but definitely on the left fielder there. The bar didn't pop up until like the throwing meter didn't even pop up until the bar was like already in the red. I don't know if you guys also saw that. That sucks. Yeah, fast stuff inside has not been working against this person. Although this is just kind of over the middle. Screwball's probably, if I can get this out right here, he's definitely not making it into the sixth. If I don't get this out right here, he might not make it to the next batter. Which I guess is kind of the same thing. All right, finds the glove. We can get Donaldson out of this game. He's probably only got 1 inning left in him. Tried to wait back for that one so much, and it just kept slowing down and slowing down. To me, that feels like more than a 15-mile-an-hour difference. Just missed it.
Off the plate, ball
Doing
1.
pretty well with this Adames card so far. Unfortunately, his defense is not as good as the other
I got 1 ball, 1
version, like the 97. It's still pretty good.
strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
But I like to have like superstar level defender at short. He's not quite that, but he's got insanely good offense. So until we get more of a 5-tool shortstop, like if I get Correa, although that Correa plays third, so I don't know. I'll probably keep him at third. We'll see. Because I don't think this Adames plays third. All right, he's out of the game. Let's go to Rob Nen
Now pitching,
just to see what happens.
Rob Nen.
Keep the ball away. Or down the middle, that works too.
0-1's the count.
Pretty sure this card has outlier fastball.
0-2 is the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3.
There we go. I think I'm not going to throw a fastball inside until he hits a fastball outside.
0-1.
Craig can play short. He can, but once he moves to short, he'll get enough of a position penalty where he might be kind of similar to Damas defensively anyway. So it might end up being a wash. But he'd definitely be an upgrade against versus Arquette at third base at least.
Ball, that's in.
Hanging splitter. Hit hard, but at him.
He's out.
CH with a follow, thank you. Nice. Nice. Giving someone a follow. Spreading the love. A real homie. J-Roll looks nice. Haven't tried him.
Now pitching. Mason.
He's got like a 1 hole, right? Like, doesn't he have like 70 or 80 power against lefties or something? Always spread the love. Love to see it. What you up to tonight, CH? That was probably the pitch. That's probably the pitch that kicks
2 strikes.
Shea Langoliers off the team, to be honest.
Hurry up, batter. It's got to be a short game. Then I gotta
Jackson
get
Holiday?
lunch.
Or Ethan Holiday, I guess. Whoa. Giving people follows. Sounds like a pretty good night, not gonna lie. Man. The only pitches I've squared up this game have been like out of the zone. The son of Matt Holiday. There we go. Letting the slider go. I just need to piece up 1 fastball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hung the slider.
1 ball, 2
Who's
strikes.
not ready for it. Just a little piece of the changeup. I guess I really should I should really be trying to take the fastball away. So that I don't roll over it. All we gotta do. Now we're in the 9 hole. That was a 115 off the bat, by the way.
The batter, the right fielder,
David Justice. The man. I think he's responsible for all 3 runs so far in this game. Make it 5. Make it 5 for David Justice. Is this an endgame card, chat? Ooh, Rod Carew. Take the lead, David Justice. Bombs one. I still need to change these jerseys. I've been saying that for 7 months now. How long has this game been out? 4 months? 5 months? 5 months.
second baseman, Willie Castro.
1-1.
Trying to figure out what the move is going to be for the rest of this bullpen. I think all they're doing really is sitting inside for a fastball. And so I need to throw a couple. Like, I want to be able to throw a sinker inside so that I don't actually accidentally leave a fastball over the middle. But I think I still want the velo. How hard does he throw? Let's try Randy Rodriguez.
Now pitching, Randy.
His fastball's got to stay inside.
Ball 1.
Up is okay as well. But I want it to be inside because I know they're looking inside. And so if I keep throwing fastballs away, they'll start looking away. So I got to keep them honest with the fastball inside so that I can get my outs on fastballs in the zone away. Just like that. Circle change. Make them look inside.
Ball. Ball 1, no strikes.
I'm going to go out, in, out, out, out.
That's ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
Oh, this is too close to the zone.
That's ball 3.
That's fine. I'd rather that be out of the zone and ball 3 than in the zone. Schwarber. If that pitch got any more of the plate, that's a home run. It just ended up being a good pitch, which was like almost too good of a pitch for a 3-0 pitch. You know what I mean? Don't need a friendly quit at this point. I always say I'd rather lose a game at this point than take a friendly quit and waste my time.
Number 13. Now pitching.
Adam Ottavino with a 661. He was in my bullpen. I think I did decently with him, but nothing crazy.
There we go.
0 for 3 for Griffey here. I like this matchup, though.
Nope, that's inside.
I feel like Adam Ottavino lends himself to be the kind of guy that leaves something low and away. And that, like I was saying earlier, I love hitting that pitch with Griffey.
Aye. Aye.
2 pitches, 2 strikes on the inside. There's that outside pitch. Wasn't ready for it. Staying alive. Somehow that was good timing. Even though it was fully in the yellow. There we go. I was just trying to lock in for that bet. I knew that was going to be a great matchup if I could just lock in for a minute. Wasn't even the pitch that I wanted. It was a cutter on the inside corner. Hung by just an inch.
0-1. 1-1.
Missed it by a little bit. Same pitch that Griffey hit pretty much. A little bit higher. And Nicholas Kurtz down to a 320. There's that low and away.
0-1's the count.
That's that vision hurting me right now. 63 vision. Not that I needed a foul ball on an 0-0 pitch, but I feel like it also affects your like swing green zones and everything. Front of your green zone for sure.
Foul ball.
Working both lines right now.
Let's go. Ball, that's off the plate.
Okay, 2-2. And a good pitch. All right, a little bit of insurance, 6-4. I think Randy Rodriguez only faced one batter, maybe 2. That swing animation looked a little funky. It kind of looked like one of those where you square up the ball, but the animation just hurts you for some reason. Okay. Sinker low and away. Wasn't the move, apparently. Can I just go lefty here? What are the chances they bring in a righty?
0-1.
Now pitching. The word is Chapman.
Ooh. All right, they're starting to stay on the fastball away a little bit more, which I think gives me an opportunity to go back in.
Ball one.
This pitch is risky right here.
Ball two.
I'll take it. That pitch though recalibrated my opponent. Now he's looking inside again. So really, I couldn't throw a strike fastball inside it again. I'll have to go away for the rest of the game probably.
Now pitching. Emmanuel.
Class A, and that's probably who I'm bringing in the ninth. Langoliers is off the team. I think it's official. It's time for DeVries. I'll probably just do a buy now after this game for him. That one was hittable. Kind of looking for the cutter there. I do like this matchup. If I get a low and away cutter right off the butt, 24 speed makes it there. This is interesting. Should I just let David Justice hit a home run or should I pinch run? Don't really have anybody that plays first base. I'm not sure who on my team plays first base. I think Rod Carew does. But I don't really want to get into a spot where I don't have someone that can play a position that I need, so.
Now pitching. Adrian.
Morejon against the best hitter in the lineup, David Justice. Good pitch. One pitch, one out for Morejon. We're just going to have to do this in the ninth. I say that as if I'm like trying to come back. In reality, we're trying to hold the lead here. Look at the save. It's gonna be Raleigh Griffey. I might keep the lefty in. Make a bold play here.
Ball inside. Nope. 2-0.
Let's go, big dumper.
That's out.
Looks like it's a mistake.
Hey!
That one catches the corner somehow. Pretty much the pitch he homered on earlier. Interesting batting .239 with 13 home runs in 111 plate appearances. Is that a good amount of home runs? 1 home run per 10 plate appearances. Maybe 9 plate appearances. Not the best.
Hey! 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Stay hot up there.
There we go. Come back from the 3-0 count there. If he goes to a righty, I'm going to go to Emmanuel Clase. It is Byron Buxton. I'm sure they'll bring a righty or a lefty back in, but that's fine. I was going to go to Clase eventually. It's going to be Cody Bellinger. I think this card has reverse splits, right? Unfortunate. Towards the end of the bat, soft line drive base hit gets the tying run on base. On a pitch that was out of the zone. Willie Castro has 100 power.
Ball. Get there, get there.
This Is this a all-star card? What is this? A new threads card. God dang. That's actually disgusting. I did not know that card existed.
A2.
New Avatar movie? Is there a third Avatar movie coming out? Like James Cameron Avatar?
2-2 the count.
Get there, get there.
Oh, pick it. Play it. Bop it. Oh my goodness. Emmanuel Classe, was that behind the back? David Justice, hero of the game, but honestly, we'll replay vault. 9th inning. Yeah, he spun and got it. Dang, what a game. This one's fire-based. I thought Avatar 2 was garbage. I hated that movie so much. Hey, World Series game. We got 34 points for that. Oh yeah, I forgot because they didn't change how the ratings work, I think. They tweaked it a little bit at some places. But because you're in the 800s, you get a lot more points versus when you're in the 900s, you get like 14 points for a win. First one because I took a girl on a date to it. First one was great. I enjoyed the first one. The second one I think is a great movie for people who don't watch very many movies. Everything is just a trope. Everything is cliche and an overused trope in the second one. All right, World Series card. Larry Walker's got some good defense. Face the Clay Buckholes. I think we hit him pretty decent. I might just take this card and sell it right now. Could always use some more pitching, but don't need it that badly. First one was basically Pocahontas. I guess I might have watched Pocahontas like once when I was a kid. That being said, at the time of watching the first one, yeah, Rollins, he's pretty decent. Good defense, good speed. The power versus right. And honestly, only 107, 102. Usually, after you're over 100, I don't really care too much. But I feel like unless you have a really good swing, which I think Rollins does some years, unless you have a really good swing, 90 power doesn't always play. For some people, 90 plays like a 110. For some, it plays like a lot less. All right, we're going to try this card. DeVries. This guy plays first base. And third base. Let me also look at the Carlos Correa. How much would it cost me to get him? 60. That Willie Castro's in here too. And I have 3 of them. I had a bunch of these cards that I sold the other day because they were all going for like 12K. And they pretty much still are. Is there a gold going for 12K? Jurickson Profar? That's crazy. Yeah, this one's kind of hopeless. I haven't even done the program, apparently. The new cards are 9K, 5K. The 99s are 14K. If I had already done Santander, I think I probably have enough stubs to get them. But because I don't, 60 sounds pretty daunting. It would take like so long. Like, I might be done with stream by the time I finish getting the card itself. Just to put in the buy orders and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, see, I don't have any of these done. Collect 100, I have 36 of them. I have 0 cornerstone cards, apparently. I never finished a single cornerstone. I am behind. I can't even get Scott Rowland right now. That, to be fair, I sold a bunch of cards last week when I was trying to get Griffey. So last week I probably had enough. But not right now. All right, let me take a break for 2 minutes. I'll be back to play some more ranked, and hopefully my DeVries buy order goes through. See what happens. I'll be right back. Okay. They were talking about how amazing the graphics were for the CGI, but wasn't quality of most video games I was playing at the time. True. All right, DeVries did not go through, so we're just going to buy now. We're going to take out Mr. Langoliers. There's a lot of dudes on thin ice. Is he not a catcher? Did I not actually buy him? This man's a shortstop. Why did I think he was a catcher? This whole time I thought he was a catcher. Play second base. I don't think I like him more than my dudes. He's doing pretty good. Doesn't have a secondary. Rod Carew is the man. Arquette's fine, but I don't think I would take him off for DeVries. Anyone not doing well? David Justice still smoking the ball. Nicholas Kurtz, Salvi. I guess we're just gonna run with it. And I think I'm just gonna sell the DeVries. I'm gonna take a little bit of a loss here, but that's me for not knowing baseball, apparently. Wait, let me double check if there's another catcher I can buy. There's a quick way to lose 10K, 20K, however much that was. Yeah, I don't think I really care for any of these cards. I could use Perez, but he's not really good at anything except arm accuracy. So I'm just going to keep him at first. Catcher Simmons. Yeah. I'm not much of a Simmons guy. Napoli, never a Napoli. I would definitely attempt the Simmons card. But never Napoli. I'm so bad with his swing. I think on paper, like, the Napoli card's decent. But I've never been able to hit with him. I know you're going to say that I can hit with anybody. But it ain't true. Coach Torrey. I looked at that card. It didn't look super interesting to me. But sometimes Joe Torre cards can be low-key kind of nice. I'm going to give Langoliers a little bit more time. Another Clay Buckles. This game should also be on Hall of Fame. I think up to 900 is Hall of Fame. But now that we're in World Series, pressure's off a little bit. This is my first time making World Series this year. It might just be my second time. Most of the time when I hop on, I'm just sitting at like 450. When I get on to play ranked, I'm just like, all right, well, the season has finished since the last time I played. And I'll just be chilling at the, playing on All-Star. Down to rank like 600. Still within striking distance.
Ball.
Use that Schwarber.
Hey. 1-1. Nope, that's inside.
I'm not late. Just on Dan time. Welcome, Dan. It's the beginning of stream. Don't you worry. Nothing's happened so far. Except for David Justice bombs. We haven't really been hitting Jaron Duran bombs because he's been waiting for you. But David Justice has been on fire.
0-1's the count.
You moving in this week? / moving out? Duran slap hitter? A little bit. He's got some pop, though. Like, you might think this Rod Caru's a slap hitter. But, we do some things with him. It's hit a little too high, I think. On the 26th? Okay. So you start after, like, Labor Day?
The third baseman, number 13.
Arquette gets on top of that one a little bit.
Out.
Batting third, the center fielder, Chad.
I forgot that you can see the percentiles if you hit R2. That's nice. Like, that crew's so good. I was talking earlier about how I don't necessarily like guys that are 90 power. But then Rod Carew with 80 power,
Ball.
it's like 150 power.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Quit
the
after
count.
5 missed strike calls in a row. Really? That has been happening a little bit this year. Up and away to Griffey and gone. Griffey's one of those guys that I feel like can pull the ball and you can put the ball the other way. But you, like, rarely hit home runs to center field with him. For some reason.
0-1.
I do remember there was one year where I just kept hitting warning track shots to center field with Griffey. That's when I really get frustrated with Griffey cards. Griffey is just butter, so it seems. Yeah, you could try him out yourself if your umpires were functioning. I've had it happen a couple times with some missed strike calls, but not 5 times in a row. There is a glitch where I've seen that happen, though. But knowing Dan, who knows? Who knows how much of an exaggeration 5 straight pitches is? Justice is getting some better jumps today. Last week, like, he's got his diamond shield. He doesn't have great speed, but he should have decent enough reaction. But even then, like, he was getting pretty bad jumps last week. So far today, only like a couple of plays that really have mattered, but he's been getting better jumps.
There we go.
Person has a flawless 10-0 banner.
The left fielder, number 24, Manny Ramirez.
Were you saying you liked this card last week? Roy Halladay, Flatwoods. Manny Ramirez batting 515. Let me see how many at-bats. So you can't see their percentiles. If I hit R2, you don't see their percentiles.
2 balls, 1 strike.
He's okay. And takes the curveball. I think Manny Ramirez can hit this pitch, especially without dreadlocks.
Come on now, kid.
Batting 7, the catcher, number
3-2 just gets on base.
Raleigh.
Splitter stayed away, probably thinking it was a cutter. And a lazy fly out. 88 man, he was OP in April. The dreadlocks were the only thing holding him back. He was pretty good. Hit hard to center field. And it's not going to get caught. 400 feet. It's a little short of a fence in center field. I think it's like 390 or 395. And it plays really well, in my opinion. Langoliers to center field. Can't get the same luck. Never had that issue. I knew it was a thing, though. Yeah. But you play on TV, right? I don't think on TV you have a high enough frame rate for it to actually be noticeable. Well, depending on your TV. I did get a gaming TV that has 120 frames. And you can actually play on it. It's not the worst. Like, I've played some remote play and other things like that on my monitor. And remote play is just completely unplayable. Like, you can't even do moments on remote play. But on the TV, you can actually, like, you can grind. You can play on All-Star. It's not bad. Kluber, Burns, CC, Kershaw, Maddox, Crochet. I'll have to take a look at that Crochet card. I probably would be using the CC, but I don't think I've unlocked him. I've got like 95 CC. If I just sell out, I can hit 100 on Legend. Have fun with Dontrell. Is that a Cornerstone card?
0-1's the count.
I do have the Kluber and the Burns. The first Kluber card that came out in like Weekend Classic, I thought that card was horrible.
No, that's a foul ball.
Yep. Cornerstone. I think I did pick him first, but I never really, like you saw on the screen previously, I haven't completed any Cornerstones apparently. 1 tank, 7 strikeouts, 2 flyouts. And then I do have the Burns card in the rotation right now. I'm trying out the Savali today. Savali pitched in my first game of the day, but I think the person quit within like 3 innings, so it wasn't really a good indicator. I think he has like kind of low walks per 9, so not the craziest card in the world, but he will be on my White Sox rotation most likely. Because I think with those per 9s, he'd be really viable. Similar pitch mix to this Roy Halladay, I think. Haven't tried him. Probably not worth it if you've got like a pretty good lineup already. Pretty good rotation. This card's just crazy. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say at this point. David Justice just takes a dump on every baseball. This 9-1 combo of David Justice to Rod Carew is actually unfair. Big Justice, my goodness. Let's go. He's actually crazy. Man. Not for me, don't. I was not expecting anything out of that card. I think I just put Justice in my lineup so that I could finish like Griffey missions. Or no, the Eric Davis missions. And then he just never left the lineup. He's so good that I might have to DH him after I get a like good defensive right fielder. Like 5-tool. Griffey with another perfect. Man, I wanted that pitch so bad.
0-1.
What was that? That felt like a swing where he just like closed his eyes and swung and ran into it. Can't even use that 99 buckles for Red Sox because the 85 Jolt is captain. But by now you would have 2 more captain cards afterwards. Because you should have got one in Color Storm and you should have got one after that. I say should as if, you know, but there are 2 more captains available since then. Yoshida and Bregman. Oh, so you have 2 hitter captains. I see. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I guess they did that on purpose. Like the White Sox one, you have a hitter and a pitcher, so you can combine them. I guess that makes sense for competitive balance. So I think they even had to nerf the Clay Buchholz at the beginning of the year because, like, the Red Sox team was OP apparently.
2 strikes.
Looked like he was looking for that pitch. Never seem to do well with starting pitchers that only have 4 pitches. No clue why. Yeah, that gets in my head a little bit. A lot of people don't like to use their 5th pitch, and this might be the first 4-seam fastball I'm throwing all game. Maybe for good reason. But sometimes it's just nice to have that pitch as a little backup. Sale Castillo. Castillo's interesting. Sometimes I like Chris Sale cards. Some people just can't like pick up his motion.
1-1.
But Castillo's really interesting. I've always struggled with his cards.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Maybe it is because he has 4 pitches. There have been some sales with 5 pitches though, right?
Let's go, Roy.
Enjoy, Dan.
That's ball 2.
There was one time where Dan said he was having a microwave burrito for dinner, like 6 years ago. So every time he says he's gonna go eat dinner, I just assume he's having a microwave burrito.
There we go. Attaway.
Every time he's gone to eat dinner for the last 6 years.
That's right.
You still have Dan blocked Flatwoods
Get another one.
on Twitch? Yes.
1's the count.
Well, he's going to college now, so hopefully he has learned from his transgressions. I have no clue how to unblock him. Yeah, that's fair. Probably not worth the time to find out. All right, man, you're still on the team. Prove that you belong. You're still here on a technicality. Technicality being I didn't know what position DeVries played. Just assume since he was on the athletics that
1 ball, 2 strikes.
he would also play catcher. Since they have like 3 catchers. That at bat's on me, I feel like. I won't blame Shea for that one. Dan goes to dinner and Jaron Duran goes yard. 1 run in each inning so far. 461 for Duran. That's where that's where the slap hitter mentality kind of goes by the wayside. I'm trying to hit that pitch all game. Thank you, sir. That inside sinker, I feel like has been floating in there for me to hit, and I've just not been putting the bat on it. Finally get to it. Let's see if it gets in his head. Circle change. Look at that PCI. What the heck? Did they really buff circle changes like that? Staying alive. And he strikes me up. I didn't realize the circle change affected your PCI like that. I wonder if that also has to do with some kind of quirks. That was way smaller than I was expecting.
Ball. I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And I know this game's not on Legend because I stopped the bar before it hit
Ball 2.
900. So this has to be a Hall of Fame game. I could also check if I wanted, but
2 balls,
I'm
2
pretty
strikes.
confident in that. But it really looked like a Legend PCI. Two. They hit the 4-seam fastball away last time. They're going to hit the one inside this time. How many hits in the game for them so far? 3 hits. 2 of them were on the 4-seam fastball. At least 2 of them.
That's a ball. Counts 1-0. Ball 2.
Needed that. Man, I think they're starting to read Halliday a little bit more here. A couple of good at-bats, seeing good pitches. That Ethan Holiday card we were talking about. Interesting batting stance. Who does he remind me of?
Did he go?
Okay. I think I'll try this pitch. I think it's a cutter. Stays way too far outside.
No, ball 4.
And once again, bases loaded for 99 Correa. Justice going to hold him there at 3rd. Bases remain loaded with 1 out.
Ball that's outside.
Tying run is at the plate.
1 ball.
Got to limit the
strike.
damage somehow. Wouldn't mind just a little sac fly here. What I really wouldn't mind is double play.
Ball
Strikeout works too. I'll take it. 69 pitches. Do I go lefty here? I'm going to do it. This is a lot earlier than I would usually bring in a bullpen guy, but
Now coming into pinch hit.
Howday just doesn't have the velo that makes me comfortable to keep pitching with him. I am a little surprised they pinch hit this early, but in this situation, it makes sense.
No, inside.
And already behind on the count.
Yeah. 2-1.
They've gotten a little over-eager. Some of these pitches inside. And strike 3, no runs allowed, bases loaded. Get a couple strikeouts there and a pop-out. Rod Carew leads it off. It's robbed. I think he's 0 for 3 in this game.
All one's the count.
There you go. Arquette. I feel like I haven't had a hit with him in a while. Might be time to take him out too.
Hey.
Griffey's been killing it. Small PCI on the circle change. I didn't realize. Kind of like the slider. It doesn't matter. Throw it too many times. That low and away pitch. Griffey gets that early swing on the low and away pitch for home runs all the time. That's what I was trying to explain earlier. He just gets rewarded for those swings. I like the way the line score looks right now. 7-0. Buckles Day should be over here. Finally hit the circle change, by the way. Left it elevated. If it's not just Buckles Day, it is this person's entire day. Maybe they uninstall. I wonder how many people uninstall after they play. After they lose a game. I think I sold my DeVries card back. That's why it says I got a lot of stubs after that, but it wasn't 100K worth of stubs. I sold the Buckholz at the same time. All right. Anybody use this Ubaldo card, by the way? He doesn't look phenomenal, but could be potentially usable. I want to know if he has that, like, funky release. All right, Corbin Burns. Let's do it. See what we got here. Tokyo Dome. Terrace Skubal. Pretty standard lineup, looks like. And we're home team again. They're under 800 right now. This could potentially be their World Series game.
The shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
All right. Lindor leading off with a 203 average.
Nope.
Definitely look out for a homer from him this game. I will say there's a lot lower averages at this part of ranked than I'm used to seeing. Not exactly sure what the reason for that is right now, but a lot of like low 200s batting averages for a lot of cards, for a lot of people.
Ball one, no strikes.
My guess is probably that a lot more people are playing a lot more ranked, like we were talking about earlier,
Oh, that's out.
because the other multiplayer modes are not viable. And so people probably get to World Series a lot faster, which means people who struggle to hit
2 balls.
are also knocking on the door of World Series a lot faster.
3-2.
That's going to be my working theory right now. Duran, not a great jump, but might not have been able to make it even if he did.
3. Aye.
I guess I have to assume that this person's
0-1's the
a
count.
pretty good pitcher. I guess the final thing is, like, yeah, they're a one game for World Series, but also World Series it starts lower, so maybe that plays a part too. Off the leg, and should be easy breezy getting into first for Rod Carew there. Early rolled over. This is where I was going to say I got to be patient because I know that Spool's like release point where the runner's on is going to be a little tough to control at first. As I got a fastball down the middle. And swinging the slider low and in. Classic. Intentionally walk. Nope. Maybe you should have, though. Dropping the head of the bat on the slider, getting that low and away, early swing, elevated. That's just Griffey for you. It looks like they're liking the high sinker.
No balls, 2 strikes. Ball.
The pitch that's been getting me all day, the
1
changeup.
ball, 2 strikes. Ball 2.
And have to figure out a way to
2-2
hit it.
the count.
I think it's his primary pitch, right?
Hey. Yeah.
I feel like I like this matchup. Sometimes I just have to will it into existence.
Ball, that's out. 3.
And sometimes you take strike 3. Here's a Reggie Jackson, a.k.a. Ted Simmons. Howdy, Webb. How you doing, sir?
That's a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
How'd the tourney go this weekend?
Hey.
Pretty good. I think we're 4-0 today, I want to say. Hit World Series
3-2.
and just climbing. 4-0 or 3-0, I can't remember at this point. We've had a few quits on the way.
0-2 is the count. Ball 1.
Tournament was pretty nice.
1
Nice.
ball, 2 strikes the count.
You have any cool finds from the edits that you made?
Out. Hey, let's go. Hey.
Yeah, this Bellinger has the reverse splits, 96 power against righties.
1-1.
Everyone enjoyed it. Making a YouTube video at some point. Nice.
Ball
I'll have to
2.
check that out. Adding 0.95 with Bellinger.
Hey, 2. 2-2 the count.
I'm not judging. I'm just stating a fact. What's up, Kyle? How you doing, man?
For Chicago, the catcher, Shea
Back to school soon?
Langeliers.
I think Dan was saying he's moving in a couple weeks. Buffs and Nurse were sick. Nice. Is there anything goofy, like you take one of the baby Daisy or somebody and give her like 10 batting? Jaron Duran went yard. Not in this game, in the previous game. They're all blending together.
No balls, two
Got some time
strikes.
moving on the first. Okay. Are you still in dorms or are you getting your own apartment and stuff now? Monty hit a homer. Bowser's still really good. Yoshi's hit pretty well.
Batting eighth, the first baseman, Salvador.
Looks like I'm one of the best Salvador Perez players. As you can see. I don't know. What can I tell you? I'm one of the best Salvador Perez players. I guess it's just like that. Got a house on campus, 8 people, solo rooms. Ooh. That's cool. Played Ice Garden, that was fun. Is that like a modded stadium? David Justice trying to go the other way with it, but shortstop got there pretty quick. One of the ones we don't play at. Okay.
Ball one. That's ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Counts full.
Working the count full. Trying to take advantage of it. Pulled it just a hair foul. I had a swing the other day that was going to like straightaway right field, but it hooked so much that it went foul. That was crazy. Can't wait for season 3. Yes, sir.
Hey. 0-1's the count. Oh, that's inside.
Did you decide if anything is making it to the real league? I think we were talking about chem with knees to each other.
Aye. 0-1. Aye.
Nice. Were you working this summer, Kyle?
1 ball, 2 strikes. 3.
That was funky. That whole par was out of the zone, and then the little edge of it clipped the corner somehow. I wasn't even trying to do that. I started up in September. My own's like a plan. Oh no. The magic is failing. Rod Carew. It's a pretty good swing with anybody else. But then again, he turns a lot of swings that only he can hit into hits. So,
Nope.
I guess it
That's
evens
inside.
out. Local youth baseball spot. Were you like coaching or something?
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Arquette's about to drop below 300 if I don't get a hit here. So maybe he's just not built for the high velo stuff. Stats and games to the website. Ooh, nice. How's broadcasting coming along? You're going to get right back into it when you get to campus? Were you doing a radio show too, or just like live games? Change up. Nasty change up.
Hey. Ball, that's outside. He's out.
Basketball will start in November, but my job with the radio will start day 1. Nice. You're gonna have to do like an internship next summer.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta make sure we get this Jaron Duran card out. Apply for a bunch and see if anything hits. Nice. That'd be sick if you got something in Major League Baseball. I feel like being on the East Coast, like you have a decent chance of doing something like that. Not that like people don't move and stuff for internships, but hopefully that was a win for me. I don't know what just happened. I think they quit. Or their internet dropped, but hopefully not mine. Hopefully it wasn't mine. Red Sox hit me up. That would be so cool. Plus 19. 843 on the day. You might start approaching. I got 6 stubs for that game. We might start approaching legend territory pretty soon. Westberg. Kyle Seager. Should I try him? I'm going to try him. And the Langoliers. Might be time for you to go. Stevenson doesn't have enough contact, I think. Did I put this Jason Varitek back in? I'm going to do it. We're going to switch Perez. That's a lot of lefties. Kurtz is also like, he's doing fine, but he's not doing an insane job for me, so I might take him out. They do not have any righties. Piguero. Always start in indie ball or minor league stuff. That would be sick. Wait, who do I got to start? Kyle Seager. Got a great name, I guess so. Easier to experience or learn some stuff. Very true. I think you almost have to do something like that. Andrew Vaughn. Can't believe he's popping off. Let me see if there's any righties that I can put in. Oh, I do have George Springer. I can mess around with him. And then let me put a platoon guy on the bench here. I'll just throw Altuve in there for now. And then, man, I want to move David Justice up, but I also don't want to move him off of his spot, you know? I feel like just sneaking him in the 9 hole, people kind of forget about it. They're just like, all right, I get back up to the top of the order, and then I make him pay for it. We're going to try that for one game. Brewers make no sense. Absolutely. It's chaos. Would you be on board if we start season 3 in September? Yeah, I mean, my schedule is just all over the place already, so I'll make it work no matter when it is. I do have 2 weekends that are, like I say, I have 2 weekends that are unavailable, but then like I'm sure other stuff will come up for the other 2. So I'm traveling the week of the 13th and the 27th. Those weekends. Getting everyone to discuss start time and people, getting some people wanting to join. Gotcha.
Come on, Aaron.
Ball 1.
First pitch, 1
Ball 1, no strikes. That's ball 2.
As long as we get rosters done, games will happen. True. Always nice that it's just like a lot of simulations. So AI will always be able to play. Yes, sir. AI is taking away the job of the baseball players. That's crazy. Rest takes 12 minutes to get from first to the pitcher's mound, apparently. But yeah, I'll make it work. We'll
Ball,
figure
that's
out a
off
way.
the plate.
At this point, like a weekday might even be better, but see what everybody else is up to. The leaning, falling, tumbling catch from Jaron Duran. I really wanted that to be below the zone. And I also didn't think I was picking a curveball when I picked the pitch. Sometimes I just pick a pitch. If I'm cruising, I just pick a pitch and then throw it wherever. Not really thinking about it. Just have like a default like kind of go-to in my head of a pattern. And then sometimes there's people who are like, they're hitting a certain way, so you got to kind of pay attention to that. Ten GM's getting some interest, so I'm seeing if I want to give up my team. Oh no, Rod Carew. And just move to a commissioner commentator role. That might not be a bad idea. Code GM. Fenway Friday for game 1 against the Marlins. Been sneaky, hot. Don't know what to expect. But you guys have been hot too, though, right? Might just be a great game.
Batting third, the center fielder, Ken Griffey
Who have you seen pitch so far this year?
Jr.
Have you been to any crochet games? I didn't think I swung at that one.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The difference between a PCI size on the circle change and the cutter is actually crazy. I think the circle change has like half the size of the cutter PCI, no matter where the pitch is. Slow in right field, but gets there. I think that's Bellinger. He's not actually slow. Bello every time, half intentional, half accident. That's funny.
Ball, that's inside.
Add up to 12, but that would require some people to give up extra captains. True.
1 ball, 1 strike.
10 sounds like a plan.
Nope, outside. Yeah,
How many captains are there?
2
12?
balls, 2 strikes.
I know I have 2 of them.
Full count.
Seems to be a lot of me's. That's also true. Joe Adell. Haven't faced him today. Oh, Savali does throw a slider. For some reason, I thought he did not. Might just not have a 4-seam fastball. What league are you talking about? Webb has a Mario Super Sluggers League.
Make the play.
Kind of just draft and then simulate. Pretty cool. My team was the Waluigi Spitballs in Season 2. Are y'all winning? What's up, Jackie? We are winning, except for this game. We have been winning, but I am not currently winning. How about you? Are you winning? Classic game right there, right? Yeah, the Waluigi Spitballs, I think we won like 2 out of 16 games or something like that. Not a great season for the boys. I'm going to blame it on my draft position. I think I drafted last or 9th. Online versus, don't know how it works. Yeah, they still got like tournaments and stuff going on, right? So that Chiz Plays guys, that Chiz Plays guy, I think like kind of repopularized it. Not necessarily for the hardcore people, but They do it through the Dolphin emulator. Yeah, so is it all on PC in that case? Can you connect a Wii remote? Not in life, nor the Jays game that I just watched. Rip. Down for people adding coaches. Ooh. Veritek back in the lineup here. Doesn't have the ratings. But what he does have is the heart. I can tell he just wants it more. Low scoring games when I go alone or something, rip. I feel that though.
Ball, that's low.
How many games have you been to this season?
We got a full count.
It's got to be the right fit. Yeah, for sure. It's a small PCI, folks. Can't use this guy in Legend, that's for sure.
That's ball 4.
But you know what? He takes a walk, and that's all I need right now. Base runners. Until I can finally just drop the head on one. Like that, but keep it fair.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Hack their Wii's and connect to a server. Ooh. That's intriguing. Good play by the first baseman.
Got him right there.
Quick throw. Jaron Duran hitting into a double play. Not realistic.
Come on, Aaron.
Hey! 0-1's the count.
I think it happened last week while I was streaming, actually. I think Dan came in, he's like, Jaron Duran just hit into a double play. And I couldn't believe it. Still don't believe it, honestly. I never saw proof. Duran getting there, and they thought this was in the corner. They said, we can double off Jaron Duran. That means he can't get to that ball. He's not fast enough. And oh, were they wrong. Makes sense from a Cubs fan.
Ball, that's in.
They haven't made too many good baseball decisions in their life.
Ball 2. Ball, inside.
Needed it. Really don't want to face Schwarber.
2. 3-2.
I think I just want to keep spamming sinker, to be honest. Justice, not the greatest jump, but he gets there. Closing speed. All right, here's George Springer debut. Definitely a different lineup than what we've been using. Rolls over.
He's out.
Easy play.
Together.
Best David Justice hitter, by the way. 98th percentile, 95th percentile. Oh, I could have solidified it right there with a home run.
Out. Figure it out.
One of the better Rod Crew hitters. RBIs are a little low, but we'll pick that up soon. Top 10% Rod Carew hitter. There we go. Been trying too hard to pull the ball last couple games with him. But I think I do have 2 or 3 homers with him today. And then ground out. Breaking in new precision rings. PCI moving so slow. Do you use like the black ones or whichever ones are the like most precise?
Yeah, baby.
Foul ball.
Dang. Use control freaks now too. So I feel like you were one of the people that never used anything on the controller for a while, right? It's perfect, but brand new is rough. Gotcha. How often do you have to replace it?
0-1.
I've never tried with precision rings, but I did have a thing that was like, I had like a gel case on my controller one time, and it kind of impacted the corners of the analog. So I like cut them so they wouldn't interfere with that, because I couldn't smash the PCI anymore. So I always think that precision rings would be kind of the same thing, and I would have trouble with that, but maybe it's not exactly the same. Fully decked out. 2 black rings over a year. Okay. Could never go back to basic joystick. I do have like the Pro controller, so I can make edits to my sensitivity and all that. So I feel like that kind of does the same thing. Not exactly, but it gives me a little bit more room in the middle of the zone. There you go. Willie Adamas to right center field. We tied the game. I didn't realize it was 1-0 like that. Finally getting on the board. Still chasing that.
0-1's the count.
Chasing as in completely whiffing on these circle changes.
That's outside.
I didn't like, I'm still perplexed about how these circle changes are just killing the PCI.
1 ball.
It's literally like double, if not triple the size between a cutter versus a circle change.
Ball, that's upstairs.
I hate these things that are like double effective or whatever. There's stuff in the game that's like, yeah, you've already got your per nines like working for you. And then why is a certain pitch getting like a bigger or smaller PCI? Once it leaves the hand, it really shouldn't. Like, I understand the per nines have to play into it, but
1-1.
if a pitch is more effective in real life, it's gonna be because of the shape, not because it's like literally harder for, like, the baseball doesn't get smaller because the shape of the break should help you. Your swing doesn't change. The one thing I will say is that I guess maybe this is in favor. I haven't changed my mind yet, but in favor of that is if you're talking about like your swing plane and you have a pitch like a circle change. Well, it really should be something more like a curveball. Your curveball is going to go above and then ideally kind of like below the swing plane. So the amount of time spent where you actually have a chance to make contact with it should be smaller, but it's a slower pitch. So I don't know. I don't know how that actually plays out when if you were to measure it.
0-2 is the count.
And so maybe that makes more sense for having a smaller PCI, but maybe it should be like flatter or something. You shouldn't be like just shrinking. It should be like longer, if that makes sense. Because you're right to left movement, because that's what I think a slider should do. It doesn't have huge impact on Like it still stays kind of in a vertical plane with your swing path. There is depth to it, but not as much as like a curveball. So really it should shrink and make it more vertical. Jaron Duran gets into one. And there you go. There's that cutter, which is a huge PCI, which even more stays on one plane, so it does make sense that that PCI is bigger. Justice is the nastiest card in history of the game. I don't know why. He had a 2-homer game, single-handedly won that game for me. And there you go. I'm the best. I'm just the best David Justice hitter, apparently. Is he going to homer on a circle change? That's how good he is. He's so good, he homered on the circle change. .93 off the bat, so I don't know how he did it, but hey, it's gone. I was hoping to put that right down the line. Get a little double for Rod Carew. Ball flies in this park? It really does. Is there elevation here or something? I didn't think there was.
That's a ball.
Center field's a little smaller. I don't know what it was about Iron Horse,
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
but I just felt like the ball did not fly there. Because I played there so I could hit balls to center field, and I just feel like I never did. And it's kind of a little too ugly for me to want to continue to play there. See about this circle change. This circle change, PCI is huge.
I got 3 and 2.
What's that about? Are Millers per 9s like that bad? Carew does have great contact. Apparently I'm also one of the best Salvador Perez hitters.
Yeah.
I think we did mention that earlier. And I hit a home run with him.
0 and 2.
Maybe it was just the fact that it was a high circle change.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Carew may have breaking ball hitter. That would make sense.
Hey. 0 and 1.
I think I gave up a home run to... Oh, okay. I was going to say, I gave up a homer to Cal Raleigh after I threw him like back-to-back curveballs or something. And as I was saying that, I was like, oh, wait, I'm throwing another curveball. I really thought that was going to get below the zone, but I did not do that, so now it's a 2-3 game.
Ball.
I tried again this year, by the way. I tried another like high stick on my controller or something. Can't remember exactly what I did. But I tried, and it didn't work. Every year, I try something a little bit different at the beginning of the year, and I'm like, why am I so bad at the game? And I go back to my default, and it's like, oh yeah, now I can hit again. I don't know what it is. I might be the last man standing without a control freak at this point.
Counts 1
Or
and 0.
precision rings. There's no reason for him. What's the setup right now? We talking like desk setup? I've got monitor arms, standing desk, and right now I need to pick up my last monitor from my parents' house this weekend. And behind the screen is my wife's desk. Kind of see it through the crack there. She's not there right now, but
Ball 4.
she has one of my old monitors, kind of swapping things around. But I also use this desk for work when I'm working from home. So like when I face it this way, I'm playing games. And then when I face this way, I've got my like work laptop right here. So that's work mode. Get a double play to get out of that one. And Griffey. Very early. Squared up the slider though. Work and MLB in the same spot. Yup. Actually, I can connect. I don't know if you were here when I explained this, but on the other side of this wall, so I've got my work laptop here, and then on that wall behind the work laptop and basically work monitor, I have my OBS and my chat up on my work monitor. But anyway, on the wall behind that, or behind the wall behind that, is the TV. So on the other side of that wall in the living room. And my PlayStation is actually currently, right now, sitting under the TV. So my controller, I have a like 20-foot wire, 20-foot USB connected to the PlayStation underneath. And then I have a 25-foot HDMI cable connecting from the PlayStation to my capture card, which is obviously connected to my monitor. So the whole like PlayStation setup, I also have connected to my TV. And my TV is a gaming TV. So I can play up to All-Star. I can do moments, I can do missions. I can play up to All-Star on ranked on the TV. Because it gets up to 120 frames. After that, it gets a little bit hard to catch up to fastballs. See if Savali can end his good afternoon here with the lead intact. I probably should just go to the lefty here. And I made the right decision, I think, last game where I took out my starter. And I think I should probably do it again. He was getting a little too tired and he's been in the game for a little too long. Most of the time, I like them to finish the inning and get the 7 innings quality start, but I think I really need to get them out of the game. Need to have a little quicker hook. Pretty good swing, just a little bit late. Veritek definitely has enough to hit against lefties at least. I think it does help, though, to have my work kind of a different orientation. Maybe a little bit of different lighting, too. Probably what I should do. But it basically, like, it almost changes the environment for me. Because, like, when I'm facing this way, I'm just, like, looking at a different part of the room. When I'm facing that way, it's like, it almost feels like I'm in a different spot, is what I'm trying to say. So it's almost like having 2 different environments. Blue light filter lenses in your glasses? I do. The person who sold me the glasses says they're not really that useful, though, because they say that the monitors and stuff that we have these days are good enough at blocking like the actual harmful blue light. I was like, might as well. I think the whole thing is a sham. I definitely believe, like, I can 100% feel the difference when, like, my blue light blocker on my phone comes on at night. You know, like the night mode and all that. I can definitely feel the difference in that. beyond that, I don't know how much impact it actually has. Blue is easy on the eyes. Dark colors like red are tough for the eyes to
0-2
see.
is the count.
Interesting.
Hustle. Out.
I remember like the reason why you have red light for like your stoplight
0-1.
is because you can see it from the farthest. Like Roy G. Biv, I think red is like what you can see from the farthest away. So I don't think that's necessarily true, that red's tough for the eyes to see.
Nope. That's inside.
But who knows?
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I think there's a, like, just like logic based, like not science based, but logic based. I think you can make both arguments. David Justice gets another circle change. 2 homers for David Justice in this game. Just loves that 9 hole. I can't take him out. Which makes the colors different. Is a wave that holds easier. Well, yeah, what I was gonna say is like if logically you could say like, oh, because it's easier to see from farther away, then your eyes have to do less work to see it when you're up close. Or does it mean that because you can see it from farther away, it's impacting your eyes more as you get closer?
2 bases.
Again, I don't know what the actual science of it is. But I feel like both logics could be
0-1
a
is the
good
count.
hypothesis,
Ball 1.
which you'd have to then figure it out. Justice serve. Don't think it makes it harder for the eyes to see it as in straining. Griffey. He's squaring up these sliders, but all of them have been good pitches, and I haven't been able to do anything with it. Don't think that makes it harder for the eyes to see. Yeah, I couldn't tell you how it's actually working. But I could believe, like, if someone said either of those things, I could believe them. Anecdotally, I think I definitely feel the difference. Like, I can feel the difference when the blue light is turned off on my phone. But that could just be me. Could be other factors going into it.
No balls.
A couple
2
of big
strikes.
runs here in the bottom of the 8th. We needed them. Kyle Seager, I think, went 0 for in this game. But his swing feels good to me. Let's go close it out. You have a lefty coming up next in Schwarber. But we're going to try to get the... I want to say easy out. This guy's batting 339 with Churio. Excuse me.
2. No balls, 2 strikes.
So certainly not easy, but...
No. Inside.
Let me put it this way. I feel more comfortable righty-righty with Churio than lefty-lefty with Schwarber. So if Schwarber hits a home run, fine. But I just want to make sure nobody gets on base before Schwarber comes up. Exactly what I wanted.
0-2.
I feel like if Sinker even brushes the corner of the zone against Schwarber, it's an automatic home run. I tried to dive for that one. I think I would have missed it, but I tried. Blue light filter at night is a must. I hope you didn't bet on the game. I don't know. Kind of looking that way. I also had Nicholas Kurtz coming up. I probably should have gone lefty. I didn't realize he had 2 lefties coming up. Now my logic goes out the window. Oh, he didn't. That's what. I already struck out the guy before him. I was like, did he have back-to-back lefties? He did not. Ball game. What time is it? 9:18? Do I have time for one more? If I was within World's 900 rating distance, I would think about playing one more. but I don't think that's the vibe tonight. We do get a boss pack. That should be a Chase Utley for me. Let's just open packs. Let's do that. We'll run through all these packs. And then we'll call it a night. All right, Ted Simmons, Chase Utley. Maybe I do want to try Ted Simmons. Because I don't think Rod Carews losing his job anytime soon. We're going to sit on this Ted Simmons for a little bit. All-Star, is it worth it to open a new Threads pack now? Because this is old new Threads, right? And these ones I think are all going for like 13K. I get all the golds. So that was a mistake. I forgot that those could be gold plus. I guess we're just going to go all-star. Are there any other packs worth opening here? I probably should have asked and then not opened another deluxe pack, but whatever. We'll know for next time. Bobby Witt Jr. PCA. And another Tatis, who apparently I have 3 of them. And I'm pretty sure I just sold another Tatis right before that. Right before that game. All right, Logan Henderson. He gone. Dude, food, what up, Rai? How you doing, sir? Oh, Garrett Cole, just like that. All right. Got the headliner, apparently. I'm just gonna sell now on that, to be honest. No matching order, fine. They really want me to sell it. 73,000. How you doing, man? What are you up to? I'm sad I quick flipped that one, but I really didn't think I was going to get a diamond. Wasn't even thinking about it. But I always say, like, that's when you get your diamonds, is when you truly, in your heart, don't feel like you're going to get one. 3rd year of college? Oh, my God. Is it bad that I was about to ask you if you were starting college right now? I knew you weren't, because I know if you really want to think about time flying, Dan's starting college. So I knew you were at least a little bit into college. But that's crazy. Already halfway done. Right? Feel old yet? Dude's like 14, that's what I'm saying. You have to work this summer or anything? Internships and whatnot? What are you studying, by the way? We're back up over 400k stubs. Oh yeah, because I bought the DeVries card and then sold them right away. The DeVries card was the one that dropped me below 400 in the first place. Or below 300. Climate science, okay. I have 9 Leo Jimenez cards. I did do some exchanges this season. Try to get it on XP because I hadn't really played, so I was trying to catch up. No internship, working at Family Fun Center. Nice, nice. Always good to stack up some cash before you go. Or spend it all. I mean, just have a fun summer. That too. I think that's completely valid. Think we get any diamonds in these next 35 packs? Already packed one. Like, the Garrett Cole was plenty. I don't really need anything else to feel good about my luck today. And also, this is the best I've played in MLB The Show in a while, so I'll take it. The last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks is the best I've played in a while. Not just, like, winning, but also I've been hitting, like, fastballs here and there. Taking some pitches when I need to. Not really that much, but when I really needed to clutch up, I had some good at-bats. The group pulled 99 Michael Harris. That card goes for a lot, I think. You still doing teaching? No, I haven't done any teaching in a couple years. I think I was like tutoring math at the time. But ever since I started working full time, I think I did one more year of tutoring at that point. But yeah, it's been a while. Now I do fire alarm design. I moved, I got married. And I moved like a month ago, basically. And so, yeah, everything's different. Now I'm studying for an exam. That's no fun. I would definitely rather be teaching than studying for this freaking exam. But I just got to get through this class, and then I'll decide if I actually am in a position to take the exam. Am I still in the same area? I'm still in a Chicago suburb, but I am not in the same region of Chicago suburbs anymore. I moved like an hour away. About 45 minutes with no traffic. Yeah. I decided to drive downtown the other day for our anniversary. And I'm not used to like driving that direction, so I did not take into account that Lollapalooza was happening and a Cubs game was happening at the time that I got a reservation. So we had to drive through traffic for both of those things at the same time. Chicago is large. Chicago stretches north-south pretty long. And then the other funky thing is that it's bordered by water, like a good portion of it. So you don't have too many angles to get into downtown. It's not super unusual for a big city, but like, yeah, everything gets congested, and that also makes the suburbs pretty, they can be pretty far apart. M's losing to the O's. Oof. Did you get out to any games this year? What happened to the Twitch emoji? I'm not sure. Haven't been watching too much Twitch. I did watch a decent amount of Twitch at the beginning of the MLB The Show cycle, but since then I've kind of stopped playing as much and haven't had time to watch, unfortunately. But I am out of the loop on what's going on with Twitch. I just kind of hit the live button. I basically haven't looked at my like Twitch statistics or whatever in like a year. Like, I just don't go on the dashboard. So I don't know what's going on with my channel. I don't know what's going on with Twitch. I'm just here. I just hit the play button. I just hit go live. and sometimes we ball. Mariners, Yankees when you went to New York. Oh, nice. Had you been in New York before? We were about to do a Yankees game last year, but they ended up coming to Chicago like the week after, so we just went to Yankees White Sox here. Doing it for fun, absolutely. And I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to not worry about that stuff, you know? Nope. What do you think? I went to Seattle for the first time 2 years ago for the All-Star game. I probably mentioned that at some point. Not sure what the last time we chatted was, but Seattle was really nice. I would go back to Seattle. New York's all right. New York can get crazy sometimes. There's so many people. So much going on. Did most of the main things. Nice. You did your touristy experience. That's all you got to do sometimes. I went to New York a few times last year. Humidity is crazy. Yeah. Yeah, you guys have pretty good weather up there, right? I mean, you get a lot of rain, but like doesn't get as nasty, I feel like. So I was there in the summer and it was like never got hotter than 80 degrees, I think, in Seattle. If we bumped the league to 12, would you be mad if you lost a captain but got compensated with a pick at the end of the first round? The only thing, me specifically, Webb, is my team is, I feel like, so reliant on the fact that I have the Waluigi Wario combo. So I wouldn't love it. But I do think if we have a way to get the Miis chemmed or like some other kind of balance, because I think like my team was already like pretty thin. So if the Miis can chem, I think I can work with it. But I would say I don't prefer it just because I have those two guys. Never tried it in the ninth, dang. Love to see it. Let's see. Trying to find someone to raid here. It do be getting to the end of the night. There's one on. I saw Lumpy is still live. I don't know, Lumpy, if you're still here, but I think your stream is still live. Just says Elgato no signal. Miis will be coming up. Yeah, I could work with it. I feel like I still have a learning curve to like figure out the best way to do things regardless. So I don't mind. I don't prefer it, but I wouldn't be mad or anything like that. Okay, let's go over here. We'll say hi to Kareem. He's playing Apex Legends. I should be back. Our weekly schedule is going to continue. All right, see you later, Rai. Thanks for stopping by, man. Enjoy the pizza. We should be continuing with Wednesdays at 6:30, by the way. So continuing on with the same schedule that we've had for a little bit. I should be back on next week. That's the plan. Other than that, I hope you guys had a good time. Got some big dubs today. And I will see you next time. Peace.